One of the newest additions to the Broadway season just arrived via presidential motorcade. The new comedy POTUS centers on the women in charge of the men in charge as he spins a PR nightmare into a global crisis. And one of those women is played by the lovely Lea DeLaria, who joins us now. Welcome back. Good to see you.
It's so good to see you. I always love coming here.
I know, and we matched today. We got the memo. Black and white was what we were going for.
This is it.
This is it. But this is your first time back on Broadway in 20 years. How does it feel?
Great. There's nothing makes me happier than being downstage center belting a D sharp, except this is a play. But there's nothing like feeling that audience just laugh at you and applaud for you. And, you know, I always find
instant gratification.
Everyone always tells me I was really funny in Orange is the New Black. But it's like, you know, I can really tell that I'm funny because I'm hearing it 8 times a week.
I don't have to take someone else's word for it. So the show just had its first performance on Friday, right?
Thursday.
Oh, on Thursday.
Thursday was our first preview, yeah.
And so what was the energy like in the theater?
It was crazy. I mean, you know, we don't want to, I don't even want to say it. I want to knock on wood and everything here is metal, but it just, everybody is just screaming and yelling. They leap to their feet at the end. The laughter starts with the very first word in the play, and it does not end until we're done doing our big mega myths, a dance number that ends the show.
I was going to say, because the curtain call, we just saw a little bit of it. It looks like it's not a musical, but you are singing.
Everybody in this play, we're all musical theater people.
Yeah,
you know.
We had to.
So, and Susan Stroman is a genius of comedy and musical theater.
Yeah.
I mean, most people know her from The Producers, for example, which she won the Tony directing. So yeah, when she said we may have a surprise for you, we were all like, oh, please let it be a production number, please, please. Please, and it is.
Well, let's talk about the story for a little bit, because I think we've all been familiar with a president being a PR nightmare.
Yeah, we might have heard some of that.
We might have heard some of that, but set this up for us.
The 7 women in the White House trying to deal with a major crisis.
Yeah, well, and this is all about the women behind the man. Mm-hmm. So tell us about your character.
I play the president's sister.
Okay.
So, and I don't want to say any more than that because I'll give away so much of the farce. I mean, it's a farce. That's the best thing about this, Sarah. Yeah. It's like, farces are never written for women. If there's a farce and there's a woman in it, she's usually in a slip or a bra and panties running around, you know, like that. This is 7 women in a farce.
Yeah.
And Selena, who wrote it, is amazing, and just, Serena, sorry, that was weird, and amazing, and Susan Stroman is amazing, and it's like, too. And the cast is, it's just filled with funny women after funny women after funny women after funny women.
And it's a good mix of like Broadway veterans with Broadway debuts. You've got Rachel Dratch, who I don't think she's been on Broadway before, but I love her so much. And then you got Vanessa Williams, you know? So what's the dynamic like between everyone? And
Lily Cooper and Julie White,
yes.
You know, I mean, and Susie Nakamura, who is the Second City person, you know, and you throw a rock, hit somebody who's very funny, very talented, and who's been around for a minute, if you know what I mean, and hanging out. You know, I love being the only rooster in this hen house. You ask me what it's like. I love being the only rooster in this hen house. I'm having a ball.
I'm sure. Yeah, and so the show was announced only a month ago, and then you guys pushed the opening up. What was it like trying to get a show up on Broadway in that amount of time?
Frightening! Right? I wish I was Julie White right now, so I could just go, the way Julie White does.
She's good at that.
Because Julie is like working with Paul Lynde. She's always laughing. She's always saying something really funny. It's, you know, we had time taken away from us, but it's so good that we don't need that time. You know what I mean? It's just so incredibly well written, so incredibly well directed, so funny that we're like chomping at the bit. Now that there's audiences there, we just cannot wait to get on stage.
I love that, and I'm sure it's so much much fun because it's such a great cast. I can't wait to see it. You all can catch POTUS playing now at the Schubert Theater. For tickets and more info, head to POTUSBway.com. Lea, thank you so much.
Come to POTUS. Come to POTUS.